So a little while back, we took a look at the Houndoom EX battle deck, and now, today, we get to do its counterpart, the Melmetal. Kind of weird counterpart, but welcome to the TCG. As is always with these deck videos, I am not an expert. I don't play the card game a whole lot at all anymore, and I'm never, been professional at it to begin with. So, if you're watching this video because you're like, oh, I'm interested in the Melmetal deck, and I want to learn, the ins and outs of it, and all the cards that I should keep, and what I should substitute, and you're in the wrong place, man. This is for entertainment purposes. I will be examining the cards and taking a look at what they can do. There's a little poster thing. But this is not going to be some super deep examination, not like a full, deck profile. There are the quick start rules, and we have our little paper. There's our little, advertisement / write-up on this deck, and on the other side, of course, you have its counterpart, the Houndoom EX. Next up, we have this little thing that I'm not going to bother opening, because there's never really a point. They're just little cards to help you remember certain roles. There are 3 cards in here of role stuff. But of course, we have to have the Melmetal itself. With 300 HP with 1 energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic metal energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Could be useful if you really need it. Full Metal Knuckle, 90 plus for 4 energy. This attack does 30 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. Oh. Huh. So in one turn, you can add 60 damage to its attack by just wasting 1 turn using metal boils. I don't know how to say that. When you're going to search your deck, it's not even out of your hand. That's actually kind of wacky. Of course, it takes 4 to even get there to do a base 90. Yeah, that's 210. So you have to have 4 energies on it, which means it would do 210 damage. Now, granted, that's if they're all normal energies, right? But if you had 4 metal energies, you would be doing 210 damage, and then you can stack more on that. Then you're at 240, then you're at 270. That can get wild. That's one of those things that your opponent would be rushing to shut you down fast. Anyways, let's get into the actual deck itself. So here we have the deck box, which this is our, I guess, the design for the metal boxes here. And of course, now we have the energy being thrown on the top here. Thank God they at least did something up here. I still hate it. It should say exactly what it is, but it's better than it just being the plain green that it was before. So digging inside, of course, we have some metal energy. But then we have the Varoom. Spinning, draw 10 damage, draw a card. Fairly simple. Of course, we have our switch. Then we have a Zacian with the Iron Roar for 30 damage. Attach, which isn't bad for a single one to have, a basic Pokemon dealing 30 damage with an attribute for just 1 energy isn't bad. Attach a basic metal energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Yeah, and you know exactly where that one would be going. Anyways, for 3 energy, Brave Blade, 130 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. That adds up. Roar, draw 2 cards, put an energy card from your discard pile into your hand. I always forget what he does. Potion, of course. Nemona, draw 3 cards. Meltan, it can melt and deal 20 damage. You're not running this guy because you want Meltan, I'm telling you now. You have the Great Ball, obviously. Youngster, shuffle your hand to your deck and draw 5 cards. Bronzong, the Oracle Press for 20 damage. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects from attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect. Okay. I like that disclaimer there. So, you could deal with a flat 20, not really a whole lot, especially if you're already up to a stage 1, not really a whole lot of damage, but at the same time, being able to just go, okay, and none of your effects can affect me, could be useful. And then extra sensory, 70 plus. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, this attack does 90 more damage. A lot of multipliers, well, not multipliers, that's not the right word, additives happening in this deck. Energy Sticker, flip a coin. If has attached a basic energy card from discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, we've seen that plenty of times. Then we have the Orthworm, the Nutritional Iron. If this Pokemon has 3 or more metal energy attached, it gets plus 100 HP. Not bad. So then you can also see normal energies here for Shoot Through. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, not bad. You can swing at the bench with it as well. That seems to be becoming more and more of a thing as we dig further into Scarlet and Violet. Bronzor, Mirror Draw. Draw cards until you have the same number... Oh, wow. Hold on. So, you use a Bronzor, Mirror Draw, to make where you draw cards until you're matching the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent. Then, evolve to Bronzong, and now you're doing another 90 on top of your 70, so that's 160? Yes, that would be 160 damage. Just off the bat. That's wild. Okay, not a bad little combination. Probably not the easiest to pull off in actual practice, though. Of course, we have Zacian again. Nest Ball to search for a basic Pokemon. Reveroom. We have Rumbling Engine. You must discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Which, if your opponent has 6, could also work out. Then knock away, flip a coin if heads, attack does 90 more damage. Again, just so many, we're gonna try and, stack the odds in our favor to add a bunch of extra damage. Great Ball, Nemona, Switch, Meltan, Reveroom, Roarock, Varoom, Energy, Bronzor, Nest Ball, Jack. That's the first Jack we've seen in this deck so far. This lets you search for evolution Pokemon. Great Ball, Varoom, Switch, Energy Sticker, Youngster, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards. Roark, Varoom, Bronzong with the Oracle Press. So yeah, we are down to all duplicate. Very interesting deck that I feel like, and this is, again, I'm not a professional by any means, I feel like has a higher skill ceiling than I would have expected. A lot of this deck, like trying to make sure that you have as many energies stacked onto this guy as possible by using your other abilities to stack them onto him on the bench. You also don't have a whole lot of options to actually hit their bench if they're trying to do anything even close to being similar to that. But trying to match the number of cards in your hand to theirs and yada yada. There's a pretty good skill ceiling to this, which makes me wonder if that skill level 1 is really fitted for this one. Yeah, it's not a crazy... Oh, okay, that's upside down. I thought something was wrong. It's not like a crazy, challenging deck to learn or anything, but it is kind of situational in a way. Well, that was, interesting. But now, it's time for the bonus card of the day. Explanation is going to be right down there in the corner. Apparently, I punched my camera at one point or another. Let's see. We have Pulling from the Back. This card screams old to me. Where do you... Okay. Yeah, it's almost like the color has been, washed a bit on the back. Not in, not like this card is fake way, but, it's just been around for too many years. Yeah, some white dots along the sides, pretty much all over, but nothing terrible. Just, signs of aging. I'm just going to assume this is an older one. I don't know, 2009. We're gonna go way back, 2009. And I did not go way back enough. It is sorry, I almost said 2020. It is 2000. Right down there. 1999 to 2000 Wizards. Alright, well, we have from the Rocket set, the Dark Primate. Honestly, not upset about the condition this thing's in. It's not going to be a super valuable card, I can say that now. But, I mean, it's really not bad for being, 24 years old. I'd say it's in pretty dang good condition, especially here on the front. Granted, this isn't, and it is a first edition, which I actually failed to point out, which is, an obvious benefit, but it's not like a holo or anything, or even like a reverse, so it's not going to be super, valuable, but getting a first edition dark type is, well, not dark type, but dark attribute card is very nice. So if you enjoyed this video, click that button down below. I'm about to say subscribe to the channel. Obviously, that's what that button does. And give the video a like. I'm gonna have a playlist on screen of all of my Pokemon videos, and I suppose it only makes sense to send you off to the Houndoom deck after, you know, doing this Melmetal deck here. So I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully I will see all of you guys next time. Goodbye for now.